Well, good morning everybody. Saturday, time for an update. Truman and I are currently working with the electronics manufacturers who are going to assemble the board, and in the past I've made very small quantities to test, but once you start moving into making hundreds or thousands of boards, you have to start buying things by the thousands and storing them with the manufacturers. So it's like you have your own personal library, and that's what we're working on right now. And it's kind of scary because not only am I fulfilling for Kickstarter, but I'm preparing to go to Amazon in January. So I'm getting all the Kickstarter units ready, but then we need to manufacture for the next batch and be in preparation for the batch after that. So I'm reminded of something Elon Musk says, which is prototyping is easy, production is hard, and generating revenue is the hardest. So just looking at it kind of gives you moments of pause where you think, gosh, this is getting expensive, this is really scary. But that's where we are. The interesting thing this week, that's probably not interesting for you, but it was interesting for me, is I made this thing. And I'll show you because it's kind of a little interesting technical thing. On the unit, when I wanted to update the firmware on my developer unit, you might be able to see I've got this gap here, and I had this little header you might have seen stuck in there like that on a few of the videos. And I really wanted to be able to update it through the cartridge, but there wasn't enough connections. And then I realized I only needed, if I was clever, I only needed one more connection. And if you look, you might be able to see just at the top in there, there's a little silver patch on the circuit board itself. It's kind of hard to see. But I made a special cartridge that has a little contact. And when this cartridge goes in, it's now making contact and it's plugged in. So this would be quite boring for you. If I turn that one round, click detect, it's detected, and program. So you can see, you'll be able to see something's moving on the screen there. That's writing the firmware onto the device, and then once it's written, it will go and verify it and check it. So this is one of those things. There's like hundreds of things I would love to do, but it's having the time to do those things. But this is an important one, that at some point I will want to be able to update the firmware on a finished unit without having to take the screws out the back and unplug it and do it. If I could do it through the cartridge slot, perfect. And that one is done. So we have something a little bit clever, a little bit sneaky with that little pad on the bottom, that we can update the firmware through the cartridge slot.